let's switch. Let's figure out what we are doing.
Hopefully it works.
Oh, we didn't talk about these.
We haven't gotten there yet.
But there's...
We haven't gotten there yet.
I'm going to take out a comparison.
So, the box itself comes with enough material to play up to 6 people. Basically, it divides you into colored cards. So, there's blue and purple, brown, black, yellow, and green. And otherwise, you can play with as many people as you want. So you can have perhaps somebody with another copy of the game. You can play with the printable version. Lots of different ways you can play with people. It's awesome.
Yeah, you can literally play with infinite.
Yeah.
There's the only limitation is the cards themselves.
Yeah.
But if you have the print play...
Yeah. And the thing is, it comes with enough cards. It is a roll and write, is a dry erase, so it comes with enough dry erase markers for 6 people, and it even comes with a little cloth. I think there's actually one per person. It's like little itty cloth. It's very cute. It's a cute little detail, you know. I'm probably not going to use them, but it's cute that it comes with it. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it comes with enough for 6 people. Otherwise, it's really infinite.
Mm-hmm.
The game itself, Jamie designed it last year when obviously everyone was at home playing online or playing with people in their house, things like that. And it reflects each of the Stonemaier games that are published at the moment. So the actual print and play, so the version 10.1 that you can get, or the interactive site there, it includes the 9 that were included for like the game at that point. So at that point, oh my goodness, hey Barry. At that point, why can't it?
I have no clue what you're trying
Red
to say.
Rising and Pendulum were not out yet.
Right.
So they weren't actually released. So yeah, the interactive PDF works really well. And Barry, we just got ours on Thursday. Very excited.
Yeah, so I do have a link to the interactive website, which is very, very good.
Yeah.
It works completely fine. It will make do, and especially if you don't want to, if you don't have a printer, if you don't have paper, if you don't have ink, it works. It works
great. It works really well. But yeah, so because Red Rising and Pendulum weren't like officially released when he originally started writing this, those versions don't have those cards available. Whereas in the printed version of the game, or the physical copy of the game, there is one dedicated for what would be the Red Rising, or they call it the Society, and one for Pendulum. So we aren't going to play with those 2 cards today, just because we would love for most people to be able to play along. So if you don't have the physical copy, then we don't want to exclude you, you know?
Yep.
Otherwise, there's one for each Stonemaier game. So there's Between Two Castles, Wingspan, Euphoria, Charterstone, Between Two Cities, My Little Scythe, Viticulture, and Tapestry. And one thing I really appreciate is that it really keeps the idea of those games within this like small succinct mini game.
Yeah.
It's
really
cool.
Does.
If you know the games, then it kind of, I don't know, it adds to like the ambiance of the game. You don't have to know any of the games to play it. But it is really nice that it does rely on those themes and on the mechanics of those in such a small little package. I appreciate it.
It's like, I wonder if he went through, because he does a lot of YouTube videos, which are, I mean, his YouTube videos are amazing. I love his YouTube videos of, he does like my favorite feature of, or my favorite
mechanism, or favorite theme.
I wonder if these are some of those, because I know like the Scythe one, I think like that's probably my favorite mechanism of Scythe, and it's the idea, and he converted that idea into a roll and write. Yeah. And it works great, and you're like, oh, that's so cool. Obviously, it doesn't work the same, and it's not going to be the same.
No, it's not the full game, but it's.
But it's the idea, and it's really, really cool.
And yeah, Time Roller, exactly. So there's these cards, and it comes with these. I will say the quality of the dry erase markers I'm quite happy with. some games don't come with great pencils or great markers or things like that. I will say the quality of it is actually quite nice.
They're very nice.
I wouldn't say they're the Faber-Castells like in
No.
Silver and Gold.
No.
Okay, like, you know.
But the
they
game is
are-
not expensive.
No, it's not expensive at all.
That's the game is very not expensive, especially for what you get.
Yeah, you
and
get
the
a lot of
quality
components.
of the cards and things like that.
Yeah. But yeah, I really like these markers, and they write really nicely. It comes off really well. Like the finish
It
on the
says
cards is super, super good. I have Kleenex now that I wrote all over it.
And yeah, very exactly. The Scythe one it's the top and bottom row action.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's clearly Scythe.
It's clearly Scythe, exactly. And that's the part that I
it.
like. I like that if you know the game, you're like, oh, that's so good. It's so much like the game, right?
Yeah.
But again, you don't have to know the game in order to still enjoy this. At least I think.
I think so.
I think.
So.
I may be wrong.
You
can say I'm wrong.
It's a decent roll and write. And the fact that he made it specifically for being able to play with remote players.
Yeah.
That was the whole idea of it.
Yeah.
And he made it from designing it just for
fun.
that,
Yeah.
to being like, I'm going to actually release this.
Yeah, they weren't going to, and then everyone was like, but
You should.
can you?
You
And
should.
so they decided to. So yeah, markers are really good. Can we talk about these dice though? Like, I don't know that you can tell the scope until you put another die beside it, and even then, like the
red one is a big dice.
like the to say they're chunky dice is like I think an understatement.
Like this one is a little bit smaller.
Like I think it's an understatement to say
they're
chunky dice.
Huge.
I love them. Like I really love the shape that they chose for the pips. I don't know if it comes across very well. It kind of looks just like circles for at least on our preview. But they are hexes like in Scythe.
You can kind of tell.
So I love this. And yeah, Julie, exactly. I think that they made the dice super chunky so that you can play with somebody over like Zoom and stuff.
Mhm.
But like they're
They're so big. Yeah, you can actually see them.
I love them. They're so much fun. I love the colors.
They're so big, and the multicolored, the blue and the green.
Yeah, they're good.
So good.
When I took them out, when I did the unboxing, I was like, oh,
They're so
I was so
big.
surprised. Like, yeah, no, very cool dice. I wasn't expecting this large. I will say.
Yeah.
Like in the pictures, when he posted pictures, I didn't quite see the scope of how large they were.
Even like that, you're like, oh, they look big, but
No, they're huge.
Huge.
I will say it's a 1 to 6 player game, right? So you can play it solo, and I didn't know what the Automa was going to be.
The one thing about Stonemaier games is there is always an Automa.
Yeah, I love the marble effect. So like no joke, I took it out of the box, and I was like,
Here, let me zoom in.
oh, but this zoom in is so in a weird spot. Solitaire mini golf. And I was like, what?
What is Solitaire mini golf?
So it comes with like this paper, which I am going to laminate, but he has it on the Stonemaier website as well, so you can print more copies if you so choose. Essentially, you can play the whole thing 3 times. There's 18 different holes, and what it does is it has these cards, and it has like hole 1, 2, 3, all the way to 18. And it tells you what realms to play with. So for example, on hole 1, you're playing with Charterstone, Scythe, and Tapestry. It tells you what rule changes happen from the base game of Rolling Realms. And then it tells you what you're trying to get. So it says score at least 8 stars, or if you want to go hard mode, it's 9.5 stars. It's just such a neat take on it. And it has like a little mini putt on the back.
But it's all the holes are on here.
Yeah.
Like this is hole 1, and you actually go like 2. Like
it's super
so
cute.
cool.
And it's called Holywood. I just think it's fun. I think it's really neat. And in the rulebook, it says that the par is like, it's par 36 for the whole 18 holes.
But also,
It's neat.
Barry got par on hole 1 already.
Nice.
I read hole 1 and I'm like, how are you supposed to beat that?
I don't think it's actually that bad. With like the Scythe one, I can see it.
It's in 7 turns though.
Yeah, it is in less turns because in a normal round you have 9.
So in 2 less turns, like maybe. Okay,
Yeah.
the hard one though.
It would be hard for sure.
That's so
yeah,
hard.
I just think it's super cute. It's a fun little take on the idea of it, and I like that, you know, each one uses a different realm. It's very cool. Yeah, you definitely have to use bonuses for sure. Hey, Bapter, how's it going?
Hello, Bapter.
One of them is called Sudoku. And it uses 3 cards of Between Two Cities. I really want to play just this hole just to try it. It looks really cool.
It's actually something that we can play together with chat.
Yeah.
Because you can print it online.
And one of the things it actually says is the solitary mini golf aspect of this can be played with any number of people, including solo.
Yeah.
Which I think is really cool.
So I think it's one that we'll definitely try to bring out at some point. We're not going to do that tonight just because we
want to play the game, the base game,
base
you know?
game.
The whole point of the game.
But yeah, I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think it's a very neat take on it, like I said.
So anybody who does want to play along, make sure you get your sheets in the chat. The first link is it's a digital version. It's just a website, so it works great.
Yeah.
And if you're on a computer, I don't know how it works on phones, but if you're on a computer, it does work great. And thanks, Bapter.
So, I'm gonna be going through and explaining the rules as we go. Basically, we only do 3 realms at a time, so I only have to explain 3 realms each time. The game takes place over 3 rounds, and each round has 9 turns. So the way you keep track of that is you have these. You want to zoom in? Actually, I'll bring it down here. Oh, sure. Okay, I didn't know we had one here.
Yeah.
So the way that you keep track of it is you write down your dice rolls for each roll or each turn in the round. So for example, roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you can see this in kind of in groups of 2s.
So just apparently Abby says it's good on the iPad.
Oh, perfect.
So
awesome.
If you have either a big phone or maybe a tablet
or something. Nice.
That's good to know.
Very cool. Thanks, Abby. So at the end of the round, you would then write your score in round 1, at least on this copy. I think on the paper you write it, there's somewhere on the paper you write it.
Yeah, I think it's at the bottom.
Yeah, I think it's at the bottom, or maybe at the top. Oh, it's in the middle. It's round 1, round 2, round 3. You printed mine. Amazing. So yeah, so that's what happens. It's at the end, it's at the bottom. Okay. So at the end on ours, we would normally wipe this clean. And then round 2 starts, fill in the dice, fill out your score, wipe it clean. Round 3, write your dice, write the thing, do total. For our purpose, I'm actually going to keep track on 3 different ones, just so in case you like miss a dice roll or somebody comes in late or whatever, I'm going to have the dice for like round 1, round 2, round 3, but I'm going to keep my score just on the single one, just for my sake.
Yeah, so it's going to be nice. So anybody, if you if you're going a little bit slower than us, that's completely fine. They're all going to be there. Yeah. We can also slow down. So if we're going too fast and you have questions, just yell at us. Yeah, we're used to it.
So what we'll do, the way that the game works is very first thing you do is for each round, you have one person go through and choose 3 of the realms. Now on the paper, it does have obviously a set structure to it. So what it says on the paper usually is you choose 3 at random. Yeah. Everyone chooses the same realms in the same order, so that you're all doing like the same 3 in round 1, the same 3 in round 2, and the same 3 in round 3. So what I'll do is I'll pick out 3, and usually what I do is you can put in the circle, you can put like round 1, so you know which round it's taking place in.
The little circle at the top right.
The top right, there's a gray circle.
Just so you know which is which. It doesn't matter the order. You just need 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. So just write 1 in the 3, and then 2 in the 3, and then 3 in the 3.
Exactly. So very first thing that happens, we pick 3 realms. So let's pick our 3 for our first one. So it'll be My Little Scythe, Tapestry, and Between Two Castles.
Between Two Castles isn't Between Two Castles.
So the next thing we would do is we would start the round, you roll the dice, and we start playing. So I'm going to explain what happens on your turn. So each turn, so there's 9 turns in a round, each turn I roll the dice. So say, for example, this was our dice roll, 6 and 1. I'll re-roll them, don't take it yet. You would write down your 2 dice, so you don't forget.
Let me zoom into you.
Okay, so you'd write down your 2 dice. So for example, if this is mine, I would do this. Okay, neater though, obviously. And that's so if you forget or you need to go back or whatever reason you need it. You then have 3 realms that you can choose to put your die into. And each die goes into 1 realm. Okay, so what that means is you're not going to put both into My Little Scythe. You're going to put perhaps 1 in My Little Scythe and 1 in Tapestry. Okay? And it's really important that you can only associate 1 die per realm each time we have new dice. There is an exception to that, but we'll come back to that. So throughout the game, you're going to gather resources. And I believe on the bottom of the sheet, there's a whole bank of resources.
Yeah, it's like directly in the middle, right at the bottom.
So you're going to collect resources throughout the game. And what you're going to do is you're going to circle them as you get them. Okay, so it'll look something like that. As you use them, cross them out, fill them in, something of the sort. I usually just, do something like that. And it's important that you don't erase them because there are a couple of the realms that rely on knowing how many resources you gathered. So circle them, cross them out. So for each of your resources, they give you a different benefit. So there's pumpkins, hearts, and coins. I guess I can go through those first. So pumpkins allows you to adjust a die number up or down 1. Or, and this is where that exception comes in, if you pay 3 pumpkins, so adjusting takes 2 pumpkins. If you pay 3 pumpkins, then you can adjust a die up or down, or keep it the same, and place a die in the same realm that you did before. So for example, if I paid, say I had 3 pumpkins, if I paid 3 pumpkins, I could put both the 6 and the 1 in the same realm. You can use these additional resources whenever you want, as many as you want on a turn.
You can also use it right after gaining.
Yes.
It is, as soon as you gain it, it is fully good to go.
Exactly. So those are the pumpkins. Basically adjusting dice and potentially being able to play both dice in the same realm. For hearts, if you pay 2 hearts, say for example, these dice were the same number, they're a pair, then you can gain an additional 3rd die of the same number. Remembering, they still all have to be placed in a different realm. So if you choose to use that heart ability, you would then be placing a 6 on My Little Scythe, a 6 on Tapestry, and a 6 on Between Two Castles.
So only use it if you do want that extra number.
Exactly.
Because it has to be the same number.
Now, keep in mind, you can pay the 2 hearts and 3 pumpkins to then place the die on the same realm you've already used. So you can use as many resources and combine abilities that you want. If you pay 3 hearts, you can gain a die of the same value as either die. So if they're not paired, so say it was a 5 and a 6, you could choose a 5 or a 6. So it's an ability just to get a 3rd die. Again, must be placed in a different realm unless you use pumpkins.
And that's why it costs a little bit more when they're a pair, which is a lot more rare.
Yes,
they
very
make it
rare,
cost
I will
a little
say.
bit less. Yeah.
I got 1 in the game we played.
Yeah. It should happen more often, but it's definitely not.
Yeah.
But again, that's the same thing. If you do use 3 hearts to use a 5 or 6, you could then use a pumpkin to change the 5 or 6 into a 4.
That's true. You can you can use 2 pumpkins to adjust it by 1. That's very true.
So it is something to remember. Always look at what you're using because they're very, very helpful.
For coins, you can spend 2 coins to, it says if the sum of the rolled dice is 7, then you can gain a die of the same value as either one. So say it's a 5 and a 2, or a 6 and a 1, or whatever combination of 7 you want to get. You can choose to get another die, either 5 or 2 in this case. Okay? Again, different realms. That's the main thing you have to remember. If you want, you can also save your coins. And it says here, you pay X coins to gain a value of X die. So that means you can spend anywhere between 1 and 6 coins to gain an additional die of your choice number. So if you pay 1 coin, you get a die of 1. If you pay 5 coins, you get a die of 5. So it's a very powerful ability, but you have to save coins for a while. For your resources, you should know they don't carry between rounds. So once we've rolled our 9 sets of dice for each of our 9 turns, we calculate our points for that round, and we erase any resources we've gained or haven't used. Anything that we have gets erased or scratched out, and we don't get to carry them over to the next round. So the way that it works is any leftover resource counts as 0.1 points. So you need 10 of them to gain a whole point. So in the, like, for example, round 1, you might get 9.2 points because you had 2 leftover resources.
Yeah, so it's definitely not the worst to not use them.
But it's certainly not the best, most beneficial.
Yeah, but using them can definitely get you a lot more points.
Yeah. So that's the resources, or basic use of resources. So let's look at which realms we have out in this turn.
So now if you're using the printed copy, make sure you write a 1 on My Little Scythe, Tapestry, and Between Two Castles.
Exactly. So My Little Scythe says mark a hex and gain a pumpkin or a heart, depending on which one you're using. And then gain a coin when completing a matching pair of hexes. So say, for example, if we had a 5 and a 2, I used a 5, I would gain, on my resource card, a pumpkin because I'm using the pumpkin hex. If on another turn, later on, I used the 5 here and got a heart, I would also gain a coin because I scratched off, or I was able to mark off both 5s. The whole point of the game, I should say, is to get the most amount of stars. So stars, each card has their own way of getting stars. So this one says you score 2 stars per resource type, so pumpkins, hearts, and coins, for which you've gained at least 6 resources this round from all realms. And this is the card I was mentioning, that you need to keep track of the amount of resources you gain throughout this round. And that means all 9 turns put together, at the very end of the round, you count how many resources you've gained. For every grouping of 6, you gain 2 stars. So it's very, very cool.
That's actually
and
different.
it may be a little bit different.
Yeah.
So long as you can still write the pictures. Don't worry about the text it says. It's been updated, right? That's kind of the version before they printed it. So go with what we have.
It's like quite different.
Is it? What was the old one?
The old one is 7 pumpkins, 7 hearts, or per pairs of matching numbers between the areas.
Oh, that's very different. That's a lot more complicated,
It's very different.
Yeah, Julie. So what it is you score 2 stars for every amount of 6 resources you have. So say, for example, I have like 3 pumpkins, 2 hearts, and a coin. And that's what I got throughout the whole round. I would get 2 stars because I have 6 resources. And whether you use them or you don't use them, it's the amount of resources you've gained.
Are you sure?
So, yeah.
No, I don't think that's what it is.
You don't think so?
I think it's if you gain 6 pumpkins, you gain 2 stars.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. So it's
Let me double check.
if you gain 6 pumpkins, you gain 2 stars. If you gain 6 hearts, you gain 2 stars. And if you gain 6 coins, you gain 2 stars. Barry says you get 6 of each to get all 6 stars. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that was my mistake.
So all you have to do
that's what it
is get 6 of each.
So score 2 stars each time you gain the 6th resource of any resource type. Okay, that's what it is.
No,
Thank you.
not on My Little Scythe. On any.
On any. So say, for example, I gain a pumpkin using tapestry. It's what is on this
Yeah.
card at the end of the round. It has nothing to do with the.
As soon as you hit the 6th one on this card, you get 2 stars.
Yeah.
Normally you would get one way and a second star the other way, but this one did a little bit combination. You get 2 stars as long as you hit 6.
Sorry, my mistake. Yeah.
And actually, yes.
It's very cool.
Gained, not used.
Yes, and that's an important detail.
Yeah.
So there's that. So you color in one of the spots on here, and you gain either a pumpkin or a heart, and potentially gain a coin if you're marking off the second number.
Yeah, that's really cool though.
I like this card. Tapestry is essentially a game of Tetris-ish.
Which is funny because it's like Tapestry.
Yeah, it is like Tapestry.
City and Tapestry, it's the same concept. So if you've played Tapestry, you'll definitely get the feel for it.
So say for example, my numbers were 5 and 2. I could either use a 5 and put this giant L shape, or I could use a 2 and get like this 2 square thing. And you're going to put it into your grid. Now, if you completely fill a small square, so if for your example, you see this top left, there's a picture of a pumpkin. If I fill the 3 spots that aren't filled, so the brown squares are already filled, they're like blocked essentially. So you're not filling those ones. So say for example, I took the 5 and I built this L shape here. I'm completing this small square, which gives me a pumpkin. Okay. The way that you get stars on the tapestry card is if you fill all of the 3 areas in a column or in a row. So if you see here, there's like stars at the top, stars on the side. I believe it's on the top and then the
top and the left.
Same thing. But essentially it's if you fill, every spot in one column, you get a star, or every spot in the row, you get a star. And that's how you get your 6. So if I filled like that, I would get a star this way. And every time you fill one of these small squares, you get whatever resource is in that square. And that's the tapestry one.
Yeah, so just make sure that you cannot build on the brown squares.
Yes, and you can't build off the grid. Which if you play tapestry, you can normally build off the grid, it just doesn't count. But in this case, you actually have to fit the shape in there. You can rotate the shape, but you can't like cut a piece off.
And you can't flip.
You can.
No, rotating is okay. I guess flipping would be the same as rotating.
Yeah.
None of the shapes are like weird enough.
No.
Interesting.
Yeah. And the last one, between 2 castles, is you are building your castles from the bottom up, and you want to put small numbers on the bottom, because it says each number must be lesser than the number directly below it. So you want, did I say it right?
Yep.
Okay. So you want to put, for example,
welcome to Triple Gaming. Thank you so much for the follow.
So here it says each number must be lesser than the number directly below it. So for example, if I put a 5 here, I would have to put a 3, a 2, or a 1 on top. So if say I put a 4, etc. Okay, and then say you do a 1, for example. Every time you complete a column, you can see there's a resource listed on top. You gain whatever's at the top of that column. So in this case, there's 2 coins, a heart and a coin, 2 hearts, 2 pumpkins, or a single pumpkin. So you would gain whatever is in that column for filling it. If you fill an entire row within the castle, and remembering it says between 2 castles, theoretically, these are different castles.
Separate castles.
Okay. If I finish this row, which I did, I filled in a single number, this doorway is seen as filled, I would gain 1 star for filling this row. If I put, another 1 here and I fill this row, I get a 2nd star. So it's whether you want to get some resources or get stars by going and filling rows.
Yep.
So kind of a neat one. Each card in each realm has a potential of getting a maximum of 6 stars.
Yeah, you can't get more than 6.
You can see that from the bottom.
So a couple things between 2 castles, make sure that you can only go bottom up.
Yeah, you can't
have to start from the bottom.
You can't just put a random number here. You have to start at the bottom and work your way up.
You get to pick where you want to go. So
and you get to pick which castle you build in first.
Yeah, there's no limit. And you can switch back and forth.
It's true.
Yeah. So, but the only limit is you have to go bottom up.
Yep. So that is our first 3 realms that we're going to work on. So I think
and again, if you have any questions, please ask.
You're being kind of annoying. So I will use this as my round 1. I'm actually gonna put just a number here so I remember. And I'll roll. So we start off, we roll the dice, and then you put the dice somewhere. A 4 and a 5. So dice can't end up summing up 7.
No, they can. If they do, you get a nice surprise.
So if the coins, if the sum of the rolled dice is 7, you can gain a die of the same value as either one of the dice.
And it only costs you 2 coins.
Yeah. Which
is really, really good because that means you get a free 3rd die for 2 coins.
Yeah. It says dice can't be adjusted into a pair or sum 7. Let me know.
It's because you can't. Okay, so it's a little bit weird, but adjusting a die doesn't actually change the value. So in this case, we have a 4 and a 5, and it's always going to be a 4 and a 5. If you decide to use the pumpkins and change it into a 3 and a 4, it doesn't actually change it, which means it doesn't make it a 7.
So essentially what it's saying is, no worries, Abby. Essentially what it's saying is you can't adjust it to make it 7 and then also use the ability to double and get the 7 ability.
Yeah, you're just modifying the value to put it in
for yourself.
Actually, yeah, exactly. It doesn't turn into a 7.
It modifies it only for you, not for everybody else.
It does.
Yeah. And that's the nice part. This one is obviously a little bit better worded, I find. I remember when we've played the print to play a bunch, or had played a bunch. And I remember going through sometimes when we were like, what?
Yeah, sometimes the rules you were like, I'm not totally sure, but this it clarified.
It's definitely improved the wording of things in this version. So our first roll, we have a 4 and a 5. And you can choose where you would like to put them. So
a 4 and a 5.
A 5 is pretty high.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to put that into my castle.
That's what I was going to do.
So I'm putting it in the bottom section of this right-hand castle, which completes a row for me because that castle is very easy to complete a row. So I score 1 star for doing that. And now I have to use my 4 in either My Little Scythe or in Tapestry. And I'll be honest, I don't particularly like the shape for Tapestry.
I didn't mind it.
So I'm going to use it in My Little Scythe.
I actually used it in Tapestry.
Okay. So I'm going to use it. I'm going to get a pumpkin. So I'm going to scratch out the 4. And then add a pumpkin to my resources.
Wait. Are you sure you used the right one?
We looked to make sure everything was the same. And now you're saying things
one of them isn't the same.
Oh yeah, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. All the rest are the same.
I mean, that's close enough.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's funny because we looked. We're like, oh yeah, it looks good. Even if some things are.
Is the app the same?
That's so funny.
The app has.
Oh, that's funny. The app is funny. Because you just. That's fine, Julie.
Yeah, that's fine. They're close enough that it's it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
That's so funny though. I looked too. I was like, okay, it's.
Yeah, I looked at everything else.
I think because I saw that the majority of them were the same, so I was like, oh, okay, it's the same.
Yeah. I even scanned them, but I was like, it's fine.
Oh, that's okay.
Right. Leave that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to place things. We'll do this. We'll do it like that. What did you do?
So I did the 5, which was the same as you. It's a good one because 5 is the highest number. But then I actually put the 4 into tapestry, and I put it like in the middle of nowhere. But I'm hoping that it's gonna let me fill in some shapes around it.
Nice.
So I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful.
Very nice. Cool. Okay. Whoop. That was far.
That's the wrong one.
5 and 3.
Huh.
5 and 3. So again, you were basically restarting, and you can use the 2 dice wherever you like. It doesn't have to be in one you haven't used yet because it's a new turn. So 5 and 3. Interesting. So I'm going to use the 5 in tapestry because I really like this like big L shape for this corner here. I don't know why. I just do. So I will do that. Gives me a pumpkin, which is exciting. And the 3, I'm going to use in my little scythe and get an additional pumpkin. I'm really going for pumpkins right now, I think.
That's very interesting because I did something completely different.
Okay.
So I actually used the 3 in between 2 castles. Brandon thought numbers on top must be lower. Can they be equal? No, they have to be lower.
They have to be lower.
It specifically says lower.
Yeah.
Hey, Games Night!
Hey, Games Night! Oh, Alpha.
Alpha. But so this is the kind of fun trick. I actually put a 3 here because there's nothing above it. I actually don't care what the number is. So I put, it's a low number.
That's true. I forget about that. Because it doesn't matter what goes on top. You cheated.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. But that gave me a pumpkin because I finished the column.
Nice.
And then I was able to use the 5 to complete my little section here.
Oh, nice.
Which actually completed 2 squares.
Good.
So I got a heart and a pumpkin.
Nice.
So I got 2 pumpkins and a heart that turn.
Oh, that was really good.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, very good. Very nice. Okay. And like I said, if we go too fast, let us know. 6 and 4. And I am writing them all down here. It's not legible. Let me know. 6 and 4. Interesting. I find the 6 shape for tapestry a really tricky one to place because it's so large.
It's so big.
And it gives you a bunch of like single squares to fill. I mean, you can work it so it doesn't, but it's a tough shape.
Yeah.
So I think I'm actually going to use a 6 in my little scythe and get a pumpkin. And I'm going to use a 4 in my castle. Because it has to be lower than this 5, I can work towards building it up there. Yeah. Almost, Games Night. Almost.
We're getting there.
Slow and steady wins the race, or something like that, you know?
Somebody said that at one point, right?
I think I can. Tom's a train.
Choo-choo?
I'm just bringing out.
I'm actually unsure what to do.
Okay.
I'm like stuck here. I'm thinking of using the 4 here because the 6 is such a big shape. I really want to use it, but it's gonna block so many things. So I'm trying to figure out where could I put it that it would like still open. And I'm thinking of putting it like right in the middle.
That's what I was gonna say. For you, that's actually not a bad place because it leaves you a 2 and a 2.
So I'm trying to figure out if that makes sense. But I think I will. It's such a big shape.
It is a huge shape.
So it's gonna
Which
help
is not
me.
bad.
Well, that's the thing, especially when you're trying to complete a bunch of squares.
Yeah.
It's actually not bad. And then over here, I could use a 4.
That's funny. Our castles look almost exactly the same.
Mine's better. Mine's better. But that didn't give me any more resources, so that's it. Roll in. What the hell is that? That has been said many a times.
5 and 4.
All right, we're liking these 4s.
Yeah.
I'm not liking these 4s, but apparently you are. Yeah, I don't like it. I really, really don't like it.
Okay. So I'm gonna use the 5 in my little scythe to get a pumpkin. And I'm going to use the 4 to do the tapestry.
Oh, nice.
And get an additional heart.
Hello, Gator Dave!
Hey, Gator Dave, how's it going?
Bonjour, mes amis.
And, yeah. Theoretically, I can use some pumpkins to change some dice, but I'm going to leave it for right now.
Well, since you said that, I'm going to use pumpkins to change the
Are
dice.
you actually? I didn't even...
So I'm actually going to use 2 pumpkins to be able to change 1 dice by plus or minus 1.
Mm.
I'm going to change the 4 into a 3.
Okay, nice.
That's going to give me the tapestry shape of the little L. The little L, I'm going to put in this bottom right corner here.
Oh, interesting.
And then with the 5, I'm just going to put a 5.
Okay.
That finishes a row.
Yeah.
Gives me a star.
Very nice.
Louis Schultz. Wait, what?
It should be her.
Alpha! Woo!
Oh. I'm glad you're happy and that your water is warm or hot. I think. Hopefully it's tea?
Gator Dave, why is your water warm?
Maybe it's tea. Or coffee.
Or bath?
Bath? Could be.
Maybe is it? Maybe?
That's funny.
Are you having a hot cup of tea?
Maybe a hot tub.
In a hot tub? You have a nice hot cup of tea. Nice hot tub.
Double 4s! I'm a cold-blooded reptile.
Oh!
Double 4s. So you need hearts
if you
to
have,
be able to use the ability.
If you have 2 hearts, you can spend 2 hearts to gain an extra 4 to be able to put 1 on each.
Yeah.
Or pay 3 pumpkins to use 2 4s on the same.
So you know what I'm gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
I am going to put one of these 4s into my little scythe and get a heart.
Interesting.
I'm going to use 2 hearts to be able to get an additional 4 die. So I now have 2 dice left. And I'm going to use one of them here.
Michael!
To get a row to get a star. And I have 1 die left that I can either use on tapestry or I can spend 3 pumpkins to put it somewhere where I've already played. But I'm going to put it in tapestry.
How's the road trip?
Wait. So I'm getting a coin from going to Tapestry Land. And I filled my big row, so I get a star.
You had... Oh, really?
That was such a good time.
No, you get 2 stars. Oh, you only get 1 star. Oh, I thought it was per row. Oh, unfortunately. It sucks. Was it rainy or was it just bad traffic?
Judy, I is playing. I mean, if Senor Azul was driving, I can imagine it was a very long drive.
That could be a rough drive.
Yeah. But hopefully it was not too bad. So what are you gonna do? I think I did great. I loved my turn.
I think I'm gonna do better than you.
Are you now? I got 2 stars, a heart, and a coin.
So I only have 1 heart.
Oh, wait, I lied. I get an additional coin. Do you want to come back for a second? So because I used the 4, and I had already done the 4 for the pumpkin, I actually get a coin.
That's a coin.
For doing that. Yeah. Okay, now I can go back.
Aw, Steph.
Aw, Steph.
Wow.
I
Wow.
wish.
Wow.
I wish, Steph. So much wish.
So, I'm actually going to use a 4 here.
Very nice. Oh,
which is going to give me
column.
2 hearts.
Very nice. Very nice.
Then with those 2 hearts, I might get another 4.
Mm.
But for now, the 4 is going to help me fill in this nice little cranny over here.
Mm. So you get a pumpkin.
So I get a pumpkin.
Mm-hmm.
And a pumpkin.
You get 2 pumpkins.
2
it's
pumpkins.
True. Yeah, because you filled in 2. Very nice, very nice.
So now I could get another 4. I could get another 4 to get.
Oh, I can imagine Orlando. Okay, Steph, you have to take a picture of like something in Orlando just so like. I wish. I wish. Oh my goodness, I wish I was in Orlando with you.
I wish it was a little bit closer.
Oh.
Mile Scythe, double the number equal coin. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Julie. Yeah.
It's.
Well, we should take a picture.
Yeah.
We'll take a picture next time, or maybe we'll update the image for him. You can take a picture of it. So now I can use 2 hearts to get another coin. So I think what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna put it on Discord.
Oh, put it on Discord, sure.
It's like written on, but like you'll get the point, you know.
So I'm gonna use 2 hearts to gain another 4. The other 4 is going to give me a 4 heart.
Alpha, I just saw. Wait. I just saw your pictures. That's funny. Alpha posted pictures of a coin and said it's Canadian, but I think it might be from the UK.
Wait, I should go look.
I'm just trying to get to stream chat. Here we go.
5 pence? No, those are British. Who's that? Alpha? Yeah, Alpha. Those are British.
Stupid
wish
state
I
of
could
Georgia
go.
in the way.
I think that was a successful round for me.
Yeah, you did great. Good job. Okay, 6 and 1. The alligators are hungry, the mosquitoes are hungry.
I like those numbers.
Okay.
Those are great for me.
Hey, Jelfia.
Hey, Jelfia.
What do I want to do? Tricky for me. Tricky. I think. Okay, so I'm gonna put my 6. Oh, do I?
Katribu, you're checking our past streams about Dice Throne. We love some Dice Throne.
That's awesome.
We have season 1 and season 2 right up here.
Played a bunch.
Great games. Yeah, we do play them a bunch. They're quite popular in the community as well.
And yes, welcome.
We
nice having
we
you.
have a lot of fun with Dice Throne. We actually
Yeah.
had a decent sized tournament.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Everybody plays
when
They Love Dice Throne.
You can do that.
Okay, where am I?
When did we do the tournament?
August?
No.
I
was thinking May. Was it that long ago?
I don't know.
You're oh my God, Gabe's live streaming.
That's awesome. I love it.
Okay, wait, I want to go see now. I'm like curious.
Okay, so I'm going to do. Oh my goodness, so tricky. Okay, I'm gonna put a 6 here.
It was August.
Look at me knowing.
Wow.
And
time does not exist anymore.
I'm gonna put a 1 in my little scythe to get a pumpkin.
Alpha.
Oh, Alpha.
Alpha.
So if we notice,
Oh, it was the weekend before Julie's birthday.
I have 6 pumpkins.
How'd you do that?
Magic. So because I have 6 pumpkins, my little scythe rewards me with 2 stars. So many pumpkins.
Get it, Abe. Shh. Shh. Yeah, we do love some dice thrown up in here.
Yeah.
And if you didn't hear, anybody who's new to the channel, Dice Throne is coming out with a Marvel Dice Throne.
Yeah.
That's
next Monday.
Next Monday.
Next Monday the Kickstarter releases.
Next Monday, or
the
yeah,
25th.
And hopefully we might do a Kickstarter read through.
What'd you do?
You want to go see what I did? Well, I put a 6 right over here, which helped me complete a row, gave me a star.
Ooh, good job.
And then I put a 4 here.
A 4.
A 4.
It's a 1.
4. Same thing.
Cheating. I got him.
And then a 1.
I
It
got
doesn't
him
matter.
cheating.
I'm not using these. I'm not using these. I'm not using these. You're not supposed to look at my board. Go away.
Okay. 5, 4.
I knew it was a 4. Oh no, that was totally right.
Why?
I put the 1 here.
Oh, so you put in a different spot.
Because we were talking too much.
Funny. Yeah, how long was the drive?
Wait, Steph, what?
Someone can't count, it's true. Drove 9.5 hours straight once. Thought I was gonna flop.
9.5 is quite a while.
I think the most I've done in a
Straight?
stretch is 8.
Well, how long is it to London?
8.
Because we did that a couple years ago.
Yeah. That's
Is
a
it
little while
8?
ago.
Is that how long it took?
Yeah.
10 to 11 hours. Hopefully you're able to... Yes. London is not 5 hours.
Toronto's 5.
Toronto is 5 hours.
Toronto's 5. And London is an hour and a half, 2 hours past, plus traffic.
Yeah, not counting traffic.
Yeah.
No bathroom breaks. Okay, we're not that crazy.
Yeah, it's true. I mean,
We're not.
meh.
We didn't.
No, we didn't, but
Yeah.
and
Ten-
I've done the drive myself before, and he drove last
10
time.
hours?
10 hours is long.
10 hours I would switch.
Yeah.
But like London was fine.
Yeah, it was fine.
Wow. We could go to London now because there's no traffic.
There's no traffic. Oh my goodness,
Wow.
that's funny. Yeah, it says
No,
6 hours.
6
but
hours now.
It definitely, because with the traffic, it's definitely longer.
I think it took about 8. Is that what you said? 8?
Yeah, it's about, I think it was 7.5, but
Yeah.
you stopped for supper
And that was with a cheat.
yeah, we took a toll road.
You take a toll road to make it go faster.
5 and 4, eh? Okay, so I'm gonna do a 5 here and get 2 hearts.
Orlando has all the traffic. Ooh. You know what? I can totally imagine Orlando traffic being awful.
And
Games like 10 hours of driving and you wouldn't even be out of your state. We can go about 20 hours and still be in the province. And that's highway speeds. Yeah, it's awful. We live in a big province.
so I'm gonna spend 3 pumpkins,
3 pumpkins.
and I'm going to place it in the same realm.
What are you doing?
So I had already placed my 5, and I'm going to place a 4 here to get the additional pumpkin, and I complete a row to get an extra star.
Cool.
Mhm.
I think what I'm going to do is might be interesting.
Okay.
Might be interesting.
Might be.
You're in a smaller state in Western. Oh, what? Yeah. Yeah. I wonder how big it is. It definitely would take longer to drive from one end of Western Australia to the other than here.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Because it didn't. It's not divided. It's just like they just put this. Let's get everything up. Michael,
Michael.
you tried so hard, but got so far.
No.
It's so good. So,
what do you know?
what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the 5 here.
Okay.
That is going to give me another star for finishing a row.
Mm-hmm.
Then with the 4, I'm going to use 2 pumpkins to change into a 3. That 3, I'm going to use the shape here and fill in this thing to give me a coin.
Would you like to mark in some stars you got?
Well, now I only have 2.
Oh yeah, you just got 2. Okay.
I got 2 stars.
In my head, you'd had them before, like they were just sitting.
No,
there,
yeah.
But you
So I just got 3 stars in one round.
You got an eyebrow. That's it, and some crickets. Not bad. Not bad.
No, he got crickets.
No, you for your joke.
What was my joke?
You went so far and only got so far. Like it wasn't funny. That's what matters.
No, yeah, it was to Michael. Because Michael tried to make a joke that we were driving across the pond.
Oh, okay. Well, still.
Mm-mm.
Show last week. Anyways, thanks for shouting. Happy gaming. Oh.
Well, hopefully we'll see you again. And
Yeah.
well, thank you so much for the follow.
And I hope you enjoy Dice Throne.
Dice Throne is amazing.
So
good.
Okay, so we are down to our last 2 turns, just so you know.
Yeah, so I need very specific.
Oh, that's what you wanted? 5 and 2? Julie needs more turns.
No,
Why?
I wanted a 5 and a 2.
Well, that's upsetting. How unfortunate.
We'll get her, Dave.
No.
No.
We're 1/3 of the way.
We're almost done round 1.
I like that confidence, though. Thank
Please.
you.
Who'd you take us for?
It's not villainous
Wow.
shame. 5 and 2.
I forgot we also restarted the stream.
Oh, that's true. We also restarted because Windows updates messed everything.
Wait, how long was our first stream?
Like an hour.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
No, it was like 20.
It was like 40. No, it was like 45 minutes.
It was not.
Yeah. But it's okay.
She's lying to you. Don't believe her.
Okay, so 5 and 2. I don't know if I like these ones, honestly.
It's 48 minutes.
I said 45. That's close.
So we're technically 2 hours.
Ah.
Okay, good. I thought it was in Bizarro World. You could drive here before they get done with the stream. Yeah, that's true. You could at least fly. No, I had plans.
Okay,
right,
so
Michael?
I'm going to fill in this, put a 2 here to get a heart and a coin.
Okay.
I'm going. Okay. This is good.
Okay.
I'm going to use the 5 in my little scythe to get a heart. That gives me 6 hearts. I'm getting 2 stars for getting 6 hearts.
Good job.
I'm going to spend 2 coins because it adds up to 7.
Ooh.
And I'm going to gain a die. And I'm going to gain a 2.
That's a good one.
I'm going to spend 3 pumpkins to be able to use it on the same card in the same realm I've already used. And I'm going to use it in between 2 castles to get 2 more coins and finish a row to get a star. Theoretically, I think I can do it again because I have enough coins.
You can't put it down though.
Yeah, I can. I can put it in tapestry. I haven't used tapestry yet.
You used pumpkins to put in the same one?
Yeah.
Then yeah, you can do it again. Yep. You might as well.
Yeah, I'm going to. So I'm going to spend 2 coins to get... Actually, no. I'm going to spend 3 coins to get a value of 3. And I'm going to use it to fill this to get a coin, which gives me 6 coins to get 2 stars.
Nice.
Good job, me.
Okay, you want to see what I'm going to do?
Pro level. Pro. I need to Halloween Horror Nights in college like nobody got years ago.
It's only a couple years ago. It's fine. We're not old. Do you want to see what I'm going to do?
Yes.
Alright, so I'm going to put a 2, which is a 1x2 down here.
Ooh.
Which is going to give me a coin.
Very nice.
Then, I'm going to use the 5 up here.
Nice. We do get one more round, just so you know. Like
Yeah.
one more turn.
Which is finishing this column to give
Get
me 2 pumpkins.
Very nice, which give you 2 stars.
Which gives me 2 stars.
Very nice. Good job. I like that you try to make a star, but like it just... Anyway.
And I finished a row.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Very nice.
And I'm going to use 2 coins
Okay.
to reuse...
Do you have 3 pumpkins?
No.
Oh. That's too bad, because you could definitely use a 2 on there.
I'm not going to use 2 coins.
Use them next round, like next turn. See what you can do with it.
I'm going to use 1 coin to put a 1
Oh, interesting.
into...
Looks like the stars are tied up and being held for ransom. I agree. His stars are not pretty.
Hey, we don't judge.
We're
judge,
judging
okay?
your stars.
No.
We're judging your stars.
No judging. We're going to put a 1 into the pumpkin
Nice, to get an extra pumpkin.
to get an extra pumpkin.
To be able to... Yeah, good.
Mhm.
Smart. Very smart. And the thing is, you might as well use as many resources as you can, because they don't carry over, and it's worth like a 1/10 of a point.
Oh, I forgot to get a star.
Julie, since when is this stream judge free? I'm out. Toad's judging your stars.
I got another star.
Yeah. Wait, you should have 1,
1, 2,
2,
3.
3.
Yep.
Yeah, you should have 3. Okay. Gonna love Hadrian's Wall so much. Oh, I can do this. Especially do this. Barry, we
Hadrian's
just got the
Wall!
shipping notification.
It's coming this week.
I'm really excited. Really excited.
Oh!
Okay, last turn of round 1. A 6 and a 5.
You would have gotten the extra star. Oh, Abby, I have a plan.
Yeah.
I have a plan.
Although it's tough with the roll we just got.
Don't worry
6
about
and
it.
5.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. 6 and 5. What can I do that's going to give me max amazing? You know?
Yeah, it's an awful roll.
Yeah, it's not a good roll.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's really bad.
Oh, I could do that. Okay, I could do that. Interesting. Okay.
Okay, that like ruined everything.
Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to use the 6 on tapestry. And I'm going to do it upside down, which is really weird, and I didn't see it for a long time because it's hard for me to process something like that. But I get a pumpkin and a coin. Pumpkin and a coin. Okay. I'm going to... Ooh. Oof. Very convinced. Steph to go to Halloween Horror Nights, but she refuses. I'm going to check if it and construction is scary enough. One of you guys been busy unpacking. Roaring right! Yes! Oh, that looks
Hopefully
so
you
good.
get to play those soon. That's gonna be so much fun. That's awesome.
And I do get a star for completing this big column here. So it's really unfortunate. I don't... yeah, I can't quite do everything. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm gonna place the 5.
We should go play games.
Okay, I'm gonna use my 2 pumpkins to make the 5 into a 6, and I'm gonna use it on my little scythe to get a heart. Just cause, I guess. And because I did that, I also get a coin. So if I pay 3 and get a 3 die, I can then pay 3 hearts to reuse a 3 Or can I only... You can only reuse the 5 or 6 that's shown, because it's reuse one of the dice.
No.
Yes.
No.
What do you mean no?
No. When you use the coins, you actually gain a die.
Yeah, but it's a virtual die. It even says it.
But you can modify the virtual die.
Sure, but it says the die you gain cannot be used in either the other.
No.
Gain a die of the same value as either of the rolled die.
No, but it's the pumpkins. Same as above with the addition that you don't.
That's not what she asked.
Yeah.
No.
She pays to get a 3, then Oh. No. Yeah. It specifically says roll to die.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... Hey, Kanya, how's it going?
Hey, Kanya!
We are just playing through our first round of Rolling Realms.
Did you finish your turn?
No.
Okay, finish your turn because...
Sorry, I get distracted by what she was asking.
My turn is going to be like a little bit crazy, so I need somebody to follow.
Okay, so I got that. I got a coin. Now, I can use hearts. Jahan! How's it going?
Hello, Jahan!
Gain a die of the same value. Okay, I'm gonna gain... I'm gonna spend 3 hearts to gain another 6. And put a 6 here to gain another star. Oh, I'll just wait for a second. Just drink everything. And I don't have enough pumpkins to do anything.
So Julie, on these rules, it specifically says gain the value of a rolled die. Yeah. Like it specifies rolled.
Jahan! Jenny!
Jenny, 11 months?
Jenny! Kanya is now Tara Be Crafty.
Tara Be Crafty. Also, Jenny and Jahan. We got a little game here.
Yeah, it is cool, Kanya. I love it. Sorry, because I pay X to gain a die of value X. I got 3, and then I wanted to pay 3 hearts to reuse the die. Okay, yeah. So Joy, it's you can use the coins to get the 3.
I'll send you a picture. It'll make more sense.
But then you have to use, if you want to use the hearts, it has to be the 5 and 6.
What's that? It's a rolling right?
Jenny, I love it though. I thought it was so clever.
It's a rolling right called Lantern Dice. I wonder where it came from.
Dying. Clearly communication did not happen between A and B.
Jenny, we
Jenny
know that
did not pass the message.
We know that you're the problem here.
So after this game,
yeah, we'll open it after
we're gonna be opening a package that we got from Jenny and Jahan, and that we looked at the pieces, but like we haven't like looked at things, and so I'm excited to go in and see what's in it.
I've been busy.
But yeah, so after we're done Rolling Realms, we'll be opening a lovely package.
It's gonna be mail time. We're gonna have some mail time after this. Did
we shout out Johanan for
No, I don't know how to mon.
Just as a little note, Jahan Jenny wrote us a cute little note, and I will say that clearly Jahan's instructions were write a note to them, and he used up half the pages to say
beautiful,
like to just say a short message, and then Jenny just wrote a short little message in the corner because that's all the room she had because Jahan took up the rest of the saves. But I thought it was funny. But yeah, it's the back of a roll and write sheet, which I thought was really cute.
Really fun. One that we don't even own.
Yeah.
It's really
I love
funny.
it.
Yeah, it's really funny.
So I'm excited to open that once we're finished.
All right, I need you to follow my turn.
Okay, what are you doing on your turn? So it's a 5 and a 6.
So it's 5 and a 6. I'm gonna start.
Okay.
I'm gonna start by gaining a die of value
1.
1.
Okay. Okay. To gain this to get a coin?
Maybe.
Okay. It's a good plan for you.
Wait.
And then spend 3 pumpkins to... Yeah, okay.
this is complicated, okay?
Okay.
So I think what I'm going to do, actually,
I was gonna say, do you want to put?
I'm going to put the one here.
Okay.
To gain 2 coins.
Yeah. Good.
I think I can actually do this. Okay. Brain explosion. 2 coins. I'm going to use 2 coins to put.
Yeah,
fill
Michael,
this.
I don't. It's actually crazy.
You know how? Because I ignored my little scythe.
Yeah.
Because I knew that my little scythe was going to fill up on its own. So I'm maxing these because of
Crazy.
that. That gives me a heart and a coin. Hearts filled.
Nice.
I have a coin.
Nice.
I'm going to use the coin and then use 3 pumpkins to reuse the one somewhere I've already used.
Oh my goodness. Oh
and
my goodness.
I get a heart. And I fill the coins.
Oh my goodness. That's very upsetting. That's really upsetting. That's so annoying. Ugh. Ugh. So this is round 1. So what we do is we calculate our points. Do you want to come back to mine? Okay, can you come back to mine, please?
I can't believe I actually did it.
Okay, so in mine, I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 stars.
Yeah, that's the best part about this game.
Yeah.
Every game is so different. Because we got My Little Scythe and Tapestry, I'm like, I'm ignoring My Little Scythe and I'm going hard on Tapestry. And it worked out. I finished all of them with 4 extra
And you
resources.
finished between 2 castles.
I finished all of them.
Upsetting. So, I'm getting 13 stars. And I have resources left over. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left over. So I get 13.5 for round 1.
I'm getting
16! That's awesome, Julie. Good job.
I'm getting 18.6.
You resolved with hard tapestry? Oh, that's cool. I find tapestry really difficult.
You know what?
17? What the?
It would have been really difficult if we had something other than My Little Scythe. Because My Little Scythe let me complete it with Tapestry,
Very nice.
I went hard on Tapestry.
You have 10 left over? That's awesome.
Wait, you got 17 with 10 left over?
Well, no, 16 plus 10, so it was 17.
Still, that's amazing.
That's funny. Yeah, I mean, I did some of it, but I didn't, like... It's like, had I gotten 1 more square, I would have gotten another star. Like, I only got 2. Stuff.
Like, and you used between 2 castle in the last round? Like, you can
Yeah.
use your coins to, like, fill it?
No, because I didn't have enough pumpkins to be able to do it. Wait, did I?
Well, you don't have any.
What did I do? I don't remember. Oh, yeah, I used the 6. I used the 6. That's what I did.
You had 8 of everyone. Weird math is
Nice.
afoot.
So that is the first 3 realms. So that was round 1. So I'm just going to move these up a little bit so they're out of the way.
Oh, that was so good. That's so satisfying.
And you erase, or for our case, once you've calculated it, you actually cross out resources you didn't use. In our case, we're just going to wipe them off because
Yeah, so the thing, if you're using the print and play, make sure to cross off all the ones
so that you don't, use them
reuse
because they don't carry over.
And they don't count for My Little Scythe.
What do you mean?
My Little Scythe is 6 this round. So.
Oh, yeah,
they're
that's fine.
split by rounds. Yes.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yes,
okay,
yes,
good.
yes,
Okay,
they
good.
are.
Then ignore what I just said.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
We haven't used the printed plate in a while. Okay, so I'm going to bring out... I'm just going to leave this, so in case anybody did want to play along and it's catching up, this is going to be round 2. And let's bring out our new realms. So we are going to have Viticulture, Scythe, and Charterstone.
Ooh, the greens.
The greens! They're all green, apparently.
Green-ish, anyways.
Okay,
Green
so...
adjacent.
Yeah. So for viticulture, what you're going to do is you're going to either gain a grape, and ours actually have a grape shape around the dice. On the print and play, I think it's just a circle or a hex or something around the dice.
For which one?
For viticulture.
Yeah, it's just a circle.
It's just a circle. So you gain it by like actually surrounding it. So in our case, it looks like little grapes, you know, with a little stem. So say I gain a 2. Say this is a 2, for example. Okay. Yeah. So Games Night. This is a game based on the games that are currently published by Stonemaier Games. So it has a little connection to each of the games published by
You've been making sushi. That is not fair.
And it's neat because it has a little representation of each of them on here.
Yeah.
So we just did the representation for My Little Scythe, Tapestry, and then Between Two Castles. Now this one is Viticulture, Scythe, and Charterstone. I mean, there's 3 more coming.
It was designed by Jamie.
Yeah.
During the start of 2020, when people couldn't play games together.
Yeah.
Designed to play games together
online. Yeah, it's very cool. And they just recently published it, and we got it this week, so we want to play it.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
So for Viticulture, and I believe the Viticulture one is a smidge different than what's written on there, so make sure you just look for a second. So you can gain a grape, so you circle it. On a subsequent turn, if you want, you can use a die, and you want to post it on the Discord? Sure. You can sit there as well. You can use that die in combination with at least one of the grapes you've gained to fill a wine glass. So it has to be equal or more than 10, 11, 12. So say, for example, I had a 2 and a 5 grape, and I wanted to make one of these glasses, and I have a 4. I can take the 4 plus the 5 plus the 2, and that makes...
What?
11, and I could get this 11 glass, and each time you mark off a glass, you get 2 stars. Okay? So that's why there's 3 glasses, each one worth 2 stars. Your goal is to get a die combined with some grapes and make a glass. Every time you gain a grape, you also gain the resource associated with that die. So for example, the 2, I would gain a coin, the 5, I would gain a pumpkin.
Okay, so that's kind of cool. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to fill in your grapes.
Yeah.
And then once you get a good roll, use those grapes with the roll to fill in your cups.
Now, theoretically, if I had a 6 grape and a 6 die, I could get the glass right away. And you cannot reuse the grape. So as soon as you use the grape, you would cross it off to say you've used those grapes. They've already been processed into wine, and you'd have to use a different grape in the future.
So you definitely want to try to be like, oh, I'm going to save the 6.
Yeah.
Because using the 6 with a 6, easy 12.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So that is Viticulture.
You finally beat the Mad King?
Yes, congratulations. So for Scythe, it works very similar to the game of Scythe, where you have a top action and a bottom action on your player board. So the way that this works is you roll the dice. So for example, 4 and a 2. You have 2 options. You can either, well, I guess 3 options. You can either take the top and additionally take the bottom, or don't take the bottom. You can just take the top. Or you can just take the bottom. Okay? So for example, if I had a 4, I can mark off this 4 die and get a coin, which is associated with it. And I can choose to then pay the resource, which in this case is a single pumpkin, to then get a star. The way you get stars for the Scythe one is by using the bottom action. The top action gives you resources, the bottom action you pay resources. Alternatively, if I didn't want to use the top, I could just use the 4, and the dice are in different places if you notice. I could just use the 4, pay a coin, and get a star, but I would not get the resource on top.
Yeah, it's one of those you're trying to optimize, which is funny because that's Scythe.
Yeah.
Like Scythe is you're trying to optimize your actions, and in this case, you're trying to optimize the action. You're trying to use the top one to then also use the bottom one.
Yeah.
But if you can't, you can at least just use the bottom one. It's not optimal, but it's still doable.
Exactly.
I like it. I really like it.
Charterstone is neat. It's very similar to the game of Charterstone, where you are building buildings and opening crates. So we can use both dice in the same round. No. So what you would do is if you take the top action, for example, if I use this 4, you ignore the die on the bottom. You only have to pay the resource. The only time the die on the bottom matters is if you only do the bottom action.
We gotta hydrate.
Thank you for the hydrate, Katribo. Very kind. It's always welcome. Ow. I whacked myself.
You're too eager with a hydrate.
Good question though, Julie, because that is a confusing point. So on Charterstone, you can build buildings and then eventually open crates. So if you haven't opened Charterstone, that is the point of the game. So the way you do that is you take a die. So for example, this 4. I would mark off the 4 house and get a heart in that case. And in this case, it asks you to write the other die number in the crate, but it's not considered using it. Okay, so you write the other value in the crate. So say, for example, I then, in a subsequent turn, have a 5 and a 6. I could mark off like this, and I would still use the 6 on another card. Okay? Say, for example, I then had a 6 and a 2. I now have 2 crates with 2s. On a turn, I can choose to use the 2 die. Instead of marking off a house, I can build every single crate that has that number. If you want, you can just build the 6. But in this case, I could build 2 crates of value 2 to get 2 stars.
Mark all crates with that
all
number.
Crates with the same value.
So if you're able to get all of them to be 1s,
you can then all do open at the same time.
You can then pay 1 coin.
No, not a 1 coin. One die. It's you use a die.
No. Because instead of using a die, you could use a die to open a crate. So you could get a die.
Oh, like you could pay an additional. You could pay the coin to get the additional die, is what you mean.
But if you can just over the course of the round, just mark 1s in all of them. If it's never gonna happen.
No.
You could literally pay 1 coin and just.
Well, 1 coin and probably 3 pumpkins, but I guess maybe not. Not necessarily, I guess.
No, like if they're all 1s.
No, but yeah.
They're not gonna be.
No, it's not going to be.
But it's possible. So first roll, get the resource.
Yes, exactly.
First roll, you get the resource, and you put the other number at the bottom.
Yeah.
Second die, second roll, you then open.
Yes, that's exactly, Julie. Then later on, use the die to open the crate. Exactly.
That's cool.
And that's the thing is, when you write, for example, say I write a 6 and a 2, I'm not using that 2. I'm just keeping it there for reference for future turns.
Right.
And that can be a bit confusing because you're like, but I'm using both dice. No, you're
it's just a reference.
You're marking or noting. It says to note the die.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit of a weird one.
I like it though. That's really cool.
Yeah, it is
really,
cool.
really cool.
It's cool. I do like it. Yeah, and that's it. You're numbering the crate exactly, and that's the rest of the game is the same. You still have your resources, and we have 9 turns in this round, and now we play. That's it.
Let's go.
6 and 2.
6 and 2. You were saying 6 and 2s?
Yeah, I know, right? My suggestion as well is for the Scythe one is to build up a couple resources so that you can then use the top and be able to use the bottom right away.
Yeah.
Thank you for the bits, Katribo.
Thank you for the bits, Katribo.
The puppy is the puppy appreciates it is what I'm going to say.
I mean, that puppy did not appreciate getting woken up. Did you see that puppy?
The big one does.
The big one just came to say hi.
Yeah,
and
she
now
did.
She's sleeping.
She's over there. I'm going to put the 6 in viticulture.
That's what I did.
Because it's a great one to have there as a little, good thing. I'm putting the 2 in Scythe. Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. So you get the heart, but you don't get to use the bottom because you don't have a pumpkin.
I do have a pumpkin because I put the 6 in viticulture.
We got a pumpkin from viticulture.
Oh, are you going to copy me?
No, actually I'm not.
You better not.
So I'm actually going to spend the 2 in Charterstone.
I debated, but I didn't want to put the 6 at the bottom.
And I'm going to put a 6 on the bottom, and I get an extra pumpkin. So now I have 2 pumpkins that I can use.
You're copying me, but you did it first? Nuh-uh. I did it first.
Very nice. I almost forgot actually to get my pumpkin, so thank you for that.
Yeah, definitely don't forget to get your pumpkin for viticulture.
Yeah.
It's very useful.
6-4. Okay.
Okay.
Well, so first of all, I'm going to put my 4 in Charterstone. Because that means I get a heart.
Yeah.
And I get a 6 on the bottom.
Now you have 2 6s on the bottom.
So now I have 2 6s on the bottom. I can use a future die of a 6 to open two crates and get 2 stars, which is great for me. My 4...
I actually have to copy you. I have to put the 4 in Charterstone.
Okay, so for my... Oh, I have a 6 left. Okay. Interesting. So I'm going to take my 6...
Are we doing the same thing?
And do my viticulture cup.
Ugh! That's what I'm doing!
So I'm going to use this grape with this 6 die and get 2 stars for filling up this amazing glass of wine.
That's what I did.
Well, my wine's better than yours.
Getting 2 6s in a row like that, you had to use it.
Yeah, well that's exactly.
You had to use it.
That was good. It's good.
That was a good turn.
Good for me.
And you have 2 6s in Charterstone,
Yeah,
which
I'm
is
really
so
excited.
good.
I'm really excited.
Like,
If I get 3, like that'll be probably the most I've ever gotten in the Charterstone.
3 6s?
Or
Oh,
three same.
yeah.
I think I've had 2
That's so
before,
good.
but I usually end up getting ones, like single crates.
But you have to
It's tough.
gamble. You have to. When's the last one coming? You know.
I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll shape them real well now. 5
Ooh.
5 doubles.
We have doubles. So, if you have
2 hearts.
2 hearts, you can gain another 5. Guess what I have? I have 2 hearts.
Well, I don't have 2 hearts, but I'm gonna get 2 hearts somehow.
Are you?
I think so. Yes. I'm gonna show you. Do you want to show you what I'm gonna do? It's gonna be pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So, I'm gonna use a 5 in the Charterstone
Yep. That's what I did.
to get a coin.
Yep.
I'm then gonna use a 5 in Scythe, which gives me a heart.
That's what. Yeah, you're copying me now.
And I'm gonna spend the coin to get a star. Then
You're like straight up copying.
I'm going to spend 2 hearts to get an additional 5 that I'm going to use in viticulture to get more grapes
And a pumpkin.
and a pumpkin.
Yeah, I literally did the exact.
You did the exact same thing? That's funny.
I was going to show it, but she already did.
It was so good though. It was so good. Because in my head I was like, okay, I can get another heart, no problem. And then I was like, but I need the coin for the bottom of Scythe. Because I don't like doing only the top. I want to get the stars.
Yeah, you have to be optimal.
Exactly. Oh, what a good turn.
Yeah,
So good.
Good turn copying me. It was good.
I did
No,
so
it's
good.
good. It's fun.
It was
It's
so
fun.
good.
I understand. It was
It was so
fantastic move. It was absolutely fantastic.
6-4.
Are you actually doing it?
Oh, but I've already used the...
I have a plan. Alright, I'm going to show you what I'm doing.
Okay, go ahead, because I'm still thinking.
6 and 4, that's an easy sell for me. What I'm doing is I'm doing a Scythe coin over here with a 4. I'm gaining a coin. Then I'm using the bottom 1 down here. I have to pay a pumpkin.
I'm debating.
No problem. You know what that gives me? Gives me a star. You know what's better though? With that 6, you know what 6 and 5 give you? 6 and 5 give you 11. 11 gives me another glass of wine. Glass of wine gives me 2 stars because that's how you feel after a glass of wine. Like a star.
Maybe I have 2 glasses of wine. I guess you only filled the 1. In my head, you had 2 stars, so it was... Anyway.
I almost feel like... What? Okay, question. Let's say I paid 1 coin over here to do a 1 die to put in Charterstone. What die would I use? Do I pick?
That I actually don't know.
I wonder if there's like a rule that you have to, or do you pick, or do you have to do something specific? I would say maybe look in Charterstone. If we pick, that's what I'm doing.
So use either a number to mark a building and gain a resource, then note the other rolled die in the corresponding crate. It cannot be adjusted using pumpkins.
Mm-hmm.
And then noted die remains available to be used in another realm. Or when one or more crates are filled, instead use a number to mark all crates matching the number.
It doesn't say. You know what that means? We're Googling it.
Yeah, it might be on, it might be somewhere. Because it does say it can't be adjusted with pumpkins, but it doesn't say...
You can't adjust the bottom number with pumpkins.
Right.
Yeah.
That's...
Oh, they have an FAQ. Those are usually really good.
Yeah, they're usually pretty good at explaining things. That's a really good question, though.
Yeah.
Oh, here. Some realms refer to rolled dice. Charged on Euphoria. In those instances, you must look at the dice as the... No.
No, yeah.
No, it does not say.
Does anyone ever guess how many games special ready to be in last week alone hit last week?
Ooh. Well, we're all asleep. I'm gonna say with Essen, with Spiel being this weekend or this week.
But the thing is, would that have been high last week or this week? You know, would they have added before going? And since everybody's there now, they're not adding it?
I'm gonna say it's more.
You're gonna say it's
because
more?
I'm gonna say it might have taken a few days for them to actually become live. Because I know it's not instant when it goes up.
I'm thinking it's gonna be low. I'm thinking 150.
Did it all last week?
I'm thinking
I'm gonna say it was like 340. I'm gonna say it's a little bit more than the past weeks. But yeah,
I'm not finding good Q&As. Usually there's like really good like questions and things.
Now I really want to know.
Got it.
Oh.
Mark either
of the rolled dice. You know, in 10 hours. Oh no!
And that is an official answer.
Yes, it is. It's from Joe. So Joe is like be all end all knowing person.
Oh, then I am.
So yeah,
doing
that is a really good.
I am putting, filling the 1, gaining the pumpkin.
Okay.
And then putting a 6.
Okay. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to do the 4 in Scythe to get the coin.
Okay.
And I'm gonna spend a pumpkin to gain a star. I suppose I don't think I actually paid that coin, so I'm gonna pay that coin. I am.
Look at you showing off your connections. The connections were on Board Game Geek forums.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to.
Oh wait, I got an email from him once.
So I'm gonna have to do the same thing. So I'm gonna have to use the 6 plus the 5 to make the 11.
Wait, so you're doing exactly what I did.
So I wasn't going to, but because I don't have the pumpkins to spend to put an additional die in the same spot, I have to use my 1.
I would just like to say, mark the record. She's doing exactly what I did.
Whatever. You know why? Because I need this 6 crate. Because that is the most epic thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, if you roll a 6 in the next, how many turns? In the next 5 turns.
Yeah. It's gonna be disgusting. Like.
Yeah, I'm at 2. Yeah. I'm trying to build that up, but no, that's really, really good.
It's so good. So good. Okay. Double ones. So theoretically, if you have 2 hearts, you can gain an additional 1, which, Your crates are 4s. Nice.
That's also really good.
So I'm gonna gain a 1 grape. which gives me a coin. And I'm gonna gain...
I have to do my Scythe one.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm gonna do?
Yeah, we're looking.
I'm going to spend 2 pumpkins to adjust the 1 into a 2.
Okay,
To use the 2 die to get a heart. And spend a pumpkin to get another star.
What happens if you can't use the second one? You can't use the second one.
Okay, so if you can't use the second die, you gain a resource of your choice.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The reason is because it's not an ideal and it's not the best way to get resources. However, it's a small like thing that you get.
Small compensation.
Yeah, small compensation for not being able to use one.
Yeah, using the die is almost always better.
It's not... You can't do that if you, like, have a possible move. You have to do, a valid move.
Yeah.
If there's nothing you can do, you get a resource of your choice. Which I actually had to do this afternoon, because I couldn't play one.
Yeah.
But
4 turns left.
yes. Interesting.
I think I have to do it.
What are you doing?
I'm
With
thinking...
your double ones?
I'm thinking of using 2 coins to build another house.
Nice. By gaining a heart in viticulture, I'm good for Scythe.
Oh,
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
I feel like doing that is very beneficial because then it does another open box that I could then possibly do something with.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if I don't, I'm hoping the dice work.
Yes,
You
that's
know?
very true. That's very true.
So it's
I'm like hoping for a 6 at this point, you know? Why not work cooperatively with the dice instead of using them and then tossing them aside? You know.
As we've seen in Dice Throne, the dice don't like me. So I don't work cooperatively with the dice. It's a constant battle.
Okay. Double ones again. I will say not ideal. I'm sorry.
What is this roll?
I'm sorry.
Are you though?
Okay. So I'm gonna use the 1 in Scythe to get a coin. And I'm gonna pay a heart to get a star.
You can't use either?
So I can't use...
What does she do if she can't use either?
You get 2 resources.
You get 2?
Yes.
Okay,
you
get 2.
Yeah. If you can't place a die, you get a resource. That's the gist. In my case, I can't use the 1, like the second die. So...
Oh, that's so awful.
Oh, that's tough. Yeah, it's really bad.
That's like the worst roll we could have gone right after a double 1. So it's Halloween. Do you folks get any good holidays before the holiday season?
No.
Good holidays? No.
No.
I think I get no. Don't I get Remembrance Day?
Oh, maybe.
I think I get Remembrance Day off.
My Remembrance Day is the last day of the Quadmester.
Oh wow.
So, I'm actually Remembrance Day is gonna be really.
We just passed our Thanksgiving, and then there's Remembrance Day. That's thing, which is not really, it's not a good holiday, but it's a good day to remember the bad things that happened, and then the sprint from Thanksgiving to the holiday
Christmas
seasons is this, you just head down,
run the marathon,
and run this more of a sprint. I feel like after that is the marathon. No, what's the marathon? September? When's the marathon? Like you have like a huge chunk where there's nothing.
This one.
Is it this one that's the worst?
It's from here to December.
Ugh.
Okay, so I can't place the 1. I'm gonna gain a coin. And then I'm gonna use 3 coins to put a 3 down in Scythe. No. To put a 3 in viticulture.
Is it less sprinting and more snowshoeing? it's not even actually. We don't normally get heavy snow before the holidays. Sometimes we can get a good amount of snow, but it's never like your car is buried snow. That's usually in January, February.
Well,
Hey, no ones, please.
Sorry. Okay, 5 and 3.
That's much better. That's much better.
Okay, I'm glad I could help.
That's very, very good. Fantastic roll. Beautiful roll. Majestic. If I could say so. It's still down here.
Wow.
You haven't had snow since 1977?
Okay, do you want to see this? So I'm doing a 3 in Charterstone
That's what I did.
to write a 5.
So
Yeah. And my 5 I cannot use. So I'm going to gain a pumpkin. No, I can't.
did you not mark things off for the 11 then?
What do you mean?
Like, is this available?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mark it off.
You're 1 away.
Yeah.
You don't have one more pumpkin, eh?
No. I just got a pumpkin.
Yeah. Because if it was a 6, you could do 6, 3, and 1 to do the 10.
Or if I had had another pumpkin, I could have changed the 5 to 6. Like, there's lots of things I could have done, but I...
Then in Florida, you've had snow more recently in Chicago.
Oh, in Chicago, yeah, of course.
Frozen Tears of Sadness. I love snow.
Okay. Okay, come on. Come on.
We know what you need. No.
5 and a 1.
Not what you're supposed to roll.
Okay. Here's what I'm doing.
Oh.
Here's what I'm doing. I can't take a 1. I'm using a pumpkin.
I can't take a 1
Or
either.
I'm gaining a pumpkin. I'm then taking the 5, adjusting it into a 6.
Are you collapsing the 6s?
And I am opening 3 crates of value 6. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I can't use the 1 either.
No, the 1 is stupid. Like, the 1 hasn't been able to be used in a while. You know?
Alright, I'm gonna gain a pumpkin.
Hey, Game Jedi! How's it going?
Hey, Jedi!
Okay, this is the last turn.
Snow is annual up in your mountains, but not where you are. No way! I don't know if I'm a huge fan of color.
Okay, it's...
Excuse...
Ignore my...
What is
ignore
that?
them.
At least I'm trying to make a star. Can we talk about my awful stars?
At
least they're stars.
I was coloring them in as stars, but I got lazy.
Get out of here.
Okay, I would like...
How's it going, Jedi? Hopefully you're having a wonderful weekend.
I would like a 6 and a 5.
I would like a 6 and a 6.
A 6 and a 5.
A 6 and a 6.
A 6 and a 6 would work too, actually. Let's do a 6 and a 6. I'll take that.
Ooh.
A 6 and a 1. Can we talk about how many 1s we've had in this turn? Like, holy cow. I highly doubt that. Shame. Okay, 6 and a 1.
I'm gaining 2 stars. That's the best I can do. That 1 is awful. Oh, I can change it to a 2. Can I change it to a 2 and do anything with it? The answer is no. If I could change...
Okay, so I'm gonna spend my
Wernan.
6. Hey, Wernan! I'm gonna spend my 6
Shouldn't
to
stars...
fill
Games
my
night.
wine glass.
My stars are perfect. Perfect.
And the 1
if you have enough to change it into a 3, you can theoretically do that.
No.
But we can't.
No, I'm just gaining a resource. It doesn't matter which resource.
Wait. You're so close. Giving yourself point. You can use 4 pumpkins because you're doing 2 change the value, 2 change the value.
Yep, you can do that.
So let's just theoretical here. You're not going to be able to. But if you gave yourself...
Go ahead, go for it, Julie.
If you gave yourself a heart, you can use 3 hearts to gain a die of the same thing to gain another 6. Gaining the other 6, you could do a lot of things with. Obviously, you can't do this one specifically because you won't have a heart. But if you could change it to a 5, that would give you 2 stars. So if you had 2 pumpkins, you could have gone 2 more stars.
I know, that's why it didn't matter what resource I got. Because I had looked at that and I was like,
that would have been so strong.
No, Julie.
No.
No. That sucks. This was a tough matchup. Tricky. So my total.
It was so hard.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.3 because I have 3 leftover resources. Very similar to my 13.5 in round 1. Now 13.3. Tricky. 12.7. Okay, it's still good. Heartless. Hey, Legends. How's it going?
Hey, Legends.
How was the rest of your stream earlier? Hey, Dr. Sign.
14.3.
Put this here.
Hey, Dr. Sign. How's everybody doing?
So we are 2/3 of the way through Rolling Realms. We're about to enter round 3.
Hopefully you're having a wonderful weekend, everybody. We are enjoying Rolling Realms. It's a thinker, you know?
I'm going to push these out of the way here. Go up. Move these up. And we are getting our next 3 realms. Which are the last 3. Because we're not using, as I said earlier, we're not playing the Society of the Pendulum because it's not available in the printed version. So we are playing with Wingspan, Between Two Cities, and Euphoria. So again, this game is all based on Stonemaier Games. There's the focus. Okay, good. So Wingspan is interesting. It's pretty tricky. You are taking the dice, or taking one of your dice, and filling in one of the leftmost squares of the bird. These are each bird cards, right? So say, for example, I filled in a 1 for the pumpkin. I would then gain a pumpkin on my turn. And yeah, it's so cool that they're all board games.
And they're really fun.
And it's all based on Stonemaier Games. Hi, Maple.
Ouchie, Conrad.
Gameception.
Ouchie.
So you would gain the resource every time you fill in one of the squares. If you fill in each of the 3, so say I have 1, 1, 1, for example, I would gain a star. So each of the a number on each of the cards is a star. You got on Thursday? Yes, we got on Thursday too.
We did too.
Went around your gun, looked over Moana Beach at the end of the stream, and ate donuts. Oh, donuts.
I want donuts.
So you get 1 star for filling in all 3 spots on each bird card. Now, if the 3 numbers add up to the number of the wingspan, so 7, 12, and 16 respectively, then you would gain an additional star. So say, for example, I had 1, 5, 2. No, 1, 5, 1. I can math. Then it would add up to 7. I would get the star for being in the 3rd spot and a star for achieving the wingspan.
Yeah, so you want to make sure that you calculate. You can shove any number there pretty early, except for the 7. Don't put a 6 because then you're automatically screwed.
Yeah.
But like the 16, you could put a 6 and a 6 and then throw in a 4 or something.
Yeah. I will say if you don't get, like, if you fill 111, for example, you still get that star for filling in the third spot. You just wouldn't get the one for the wingspan.
Yeah, you're better off getting the 1 star than trying to optimize and miss out.
And get nothing, exactly.
Mhm.
For between two cities, so what, okay, actually, I'm gonna come back to this one. We're gonna come back to this one. Let's do Euphoria first.
Before
So-
it's simple.
Euphoria, what you do is you simply mark down, similar to the My Little Scythe one, you pick one of the 2 areas and you mark the die down. So for example, if I had a 6, I could mark down a 6 here. And then after you've marked it down, you total all of the counts you have in a single area, wherever you wrote it. So for example, no, not me, him, he has more points. If I had a 6, I would look down here at the legend. It's between 4 and 10. I would get a star. If the next time around I put down a 3, 6 plus 3, 9, I would get a second star.
Yeah, so remember, always sum up the totality of each section. It's not the one you just place, it's always the totality.
And so, for example, if next time I did a 2 on this other side, thanks, Legends. If I did a 2 on this side, it's only a 2 because it's a separate section. 1 to 3, I would get a single coin.
Mhm.
So you want to kind of optimize the number of times you can get between that window of 4 and 10. Less than 4, you get 1 3 is a coin. Above 11 or more, you get a pumpkin and a heart.
Mhm.
So kind of
And
different.
I'm pretty sure it is possible. I think it is possible to get 4 stars per side. It is possible.
It's tricky though.
Yeah.
It requires a lot of thinking.
You gain from both when you place one in that section.
So it's wherever you put the star, you calculate that area.
Yeah. You don't always gain from both.
Yeah.
Also, if it's a pair that was rolled, you get to put 2 numbers down. So you can put that number in both sides. Which is, that's not both. Well, they both individually score when individually placed individually.
Yeah, so like if I place here, I score, like I calculate the left side. If I place here, I calculate the right side.
Ignore what I said, it was a joke.
Ignore him. He's not good at this.
I'm taking a picture, I'll post it.
I know you can't say both. You don't say both. It's not
You can
both.
say both.
No, it's not both. Yeah, so the pairs is interesting. So say, for example, we had double 6s. Okay. This is the one time you can use both on this card. You would mark down both 6s, or could potentially mark down both 6s, and then you can still use one of them on another card. So doubles is really cool in Euphoria. Definitely a useful thing. And I believe you would calculate for both. Let me double check that actually.
Yeah, because it's whenever you place.
Yeah, I
So-
just want to.
It specifically says on it, after marking a number, if the sum of all marked numbers in that area is between 4 and 10, score 1.
You may mark that number in both areas and gain resources or stars for both. Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
whenever
you would.
you're able to place.
Yes, you
But
would.
so this is also if a pair is rolled. So it has to be the rolled
It has to be
dice.
rolled. Yes. It can't be.
It
You
can't
can't
be a
adjust
purchased
to
die.
make it a double.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it is much more difficult.
Yes.
And especially if you've already filled one of those squares in.
That's exactly. You have to have both
like,
available. Like it's tricky.
It is a difficult one.
So between two cities is really interesting. So it says fill a square. Okay. You can't have 2 numbers orthogonally adjacent or touching a side that are the same number. So if I put a 6 here, I cannot put a 6 here or here. Okay, it has to be, say, a 4, 4, 3, whatever. You're filling in numbers. Okay. When you fill a row or a column, you get the bonus associated with that area. So say I did this, I would get a pumpkin and a coin. Okay? In regards to getting stars, it says score stars equal to the lowest score of the other 2 rounds. This score cannot be higher than the number of filled squares here. So say I only had 2 stars in Euphoria and 6 stars in Wingspan, say, I would take the lower of the two, which would be 2, and I have to have at least 2 squares filled in on between 2 cities.
Yeah, I think it's like the filled in squares is pretty simple, but I think it's 2. You have to have at least 6 squares to be able to fill in 6 stars.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yep. Yeah, so it's really interesting. These Euphoria's pretty good at getting stars.
Wingspan is not that easy.
Wingspan is not easy to get stars.
Please
so
hold.
this is going to be the one that's going to be tricky for between 2 cities.
Yeah.
We can hold.
Wingspan is definitely one of those that's like, you can get 6. It is very, very doable.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say it's easy.
No, definitely not easy. But hopefully everyone's having a lovely weekend. A lovely night. And having some fun, enjoying some rolling realms with us.
Having some relaxation time. The best part of the weekend. Being able to chill, play games, relax. You know, recover from the awful weeks.
Multiple of them.
Brace yourself for the oncoming awful weeks, you know.
We can hydrate again. I'm quite thirsty, so I'm okay with that.
I was, but I drank. Your timing was great, though.
My water's nice and cold because I put ice in it.
Mine's coldish.
I bought the World of Warcraft Pandemic board game today and played it. Was it any good?
How was it?
I wish there was recovery time, but we're in box out right now. Okay, poor thing. No.
Poor thing. That sucks.
Moving is tough.
Yeah.
We still have boxes. We're just not shocked about them.
It's the kind of thing that's like you do the emergency ones and then you just
do things over time. You do the kitchen, you do the bedroom, you do
bathroom.
Thanks, Emma. I appreciate it. I needed some water anyway.
Yeah, do a box a night.
Yeah.
You know, take your time.
Okay. We good?
I am ready.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, well.
That sucks.
I'm gonna put that in Euphoria. It's okay, we're down our stuff, only being 3 additional places, now 11.
Oh.
I'm doing Euphoria.
That's risky.
It is risky, but I'm doing it anyway.
It's like, I feel like I have to because it's so good. Looking forward to playing it with this next time. Now we see how to do it. This is actually...
It is a great...
It's a great Sunday afternoon game. It's very chill, very relaxed, but still like really...
Yeah.
Makes you think and makes you do decisions.
Yeah.
But it's so like light and fun.
Yeah.
It's great.
And like I was saying at the beginning, it's really, if you enjoy Stonemaier games especially, I love how it interacts with those games and the mechanics of those games.
Yeah.
But even if you don't know the games, or you don't like them, or you don't play them, I still think it's a good game in itself.
Yeah.
At least I think so. Again, I could be wrong. People can tell me I'm wrong.
No,
I'm probably partial
agree.
because I do like the games. So I do find the joy in combining all of them together. But
no, yeah, I agree. I don't think it matters if you don't need to love the Stonemaier games.
Yeah.
Or even have played them.
So I'm putting 2 6s in Euphoria, which is really risky because it is a really high number.
I'm doing it as well.
But I'm getting 2 stars.
You've only played Wingspan from Stonemaier. Oh, Wingspan. I mean, Wingspan's
Wingspan's
great.
fantastic.
Wingspan's fantastic. There's a lot
You
of
can,
other
Julie.
games.
So the way that Wingspan works, Julie, is you get the 3 stars from filling in all 9 numbers, one at the end of each of the birds, and a bonus one if the 3 numbers match the number.
Corthane.
Yeah, it's a lot. Wingspan is tricky.
That's great news, Corthane.
Hopefully,
good luck with that.
Oh, that would be amazing.
That's a huge relief.
Yeah, that would be huge. Wingspan is so good. So good. Ah. Okay, so for my other 6, because I still get to use a 6.
I decided to put it in Wingspan. I was like, it's a big number.
Yeah.
I'll put it in one of the bigger Wingspans.
I'm also going to do that.
You know, just see what happens with it.
I'm gonna put it here and get a heart.
We're early enough that I think it's good.
Yeah, I think it'll be I think it's good. Oh, I have to write down the rule. Yeah, very fun. And we used to play the print and play version when it first came out. We went through a bunch of different versions as it was being made.
It's every time we would look at it, we're like, they're at version 6.
Ooh, there's new versions.
Version 9.
Yeah, very enjoyable. Okay, 6 and 4.
Ooh.
6 and 4. Okay, I'm gonna put a 6 in Wingspan and get a pumpkin. And I'm gonna put a 4 in Between Two Cities.
Okay, I understand we're doing the same things here, but can we not do the same things?
Well, I did first.
I'm actually gonna put a 6 in Between Two Cities.
Yeah, that works.
Because I feel like it might start coming up less. If, you know, who knows?
You know what's really funny?
Hmm?
It doesn't matter where you start in Between Two Cities, but I've never thought about starting in the middle.
It does kind of matter, though.
No, I know, but I'm sorry. I meant that the rules doesn't specify where you have to start.
You could start anywhere.
Yeah.
So that's the thing is, so I actually started in the middle, but I started in the middle for a reason, because I don't think the 6 is going to be a number I'm going to have to deal with that much. So what I did is I put it in the middle, and then I won't be able to put a 6 on the 4 orthogonal edges.
I've just never thought about doing it. I've always just started in the corner.
Yeah.
Just as a...
It's like, I wouldn't want to put like a 3 there, because I feel like I'm going to be throwing lots of low
Right.
numbers into it.
Right,
like
especially with Wingspan
catch-all.
needing kind of those higher numbers.
Yeah, it's the catch-all.
Makes sense. Yeah, I looked over and I was like, I've literally never thought of doing that. I don't... Double fives.
Can we not roll big numbers like this, please?
Okay,
that
so
would be wonderful.
Here's the difficulty. If I put it in Euphoria, I can't get any more stars.
Yep.
So, I can't.
No.
I mean, I can, but it would be dumb.
I would say don't put in Euphoria. It's not a good one.
So I guess I'm gonna put it in this square, and I'm actually gonna put it in the 12 because I don't want to mess up my 16 because it has to be exact to get the bonus star. And I'm early on. I have time.
It doesn't have to be exact, but being exact does make it better.
No, that's the only way to get the bonus.
Oh, I did see it. Thank you, Legends. I did see it, but we were talking about something else.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, WoW Pandemic uses quests instead of diseases.
Oh.
Which is kind of cool.
Different quests change each game. I play with brother, playing it solo right now. Oh, that is very different.
I like the idea. I like it better. It's the theme change is nice.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm not particularly catered to the world of WoW, you know?
No.
But I think it's a nice change of Pandemic. I think it would be a neat thing to check out.
Because Pandemic has always been related to Pandemic, you know?
Yeah.
So having that different theme with the same style, I think is really
I think that's super cool.
And a good timing.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. That would be one to look into for sure. Thanks, Legends. That's very cool.
Can we get lower numbers, please? Can you give me a double 1? I would like...
No.
Double 1.
I don't want to give you a 1. Actually, I would like a double 1.
Double 1.
How about a double 2? How about a double 2?
Are you kidding me?
So I'm going to take the double 2 and put it in Euphoria.
Euphoria is for sure getting a double 2.
This is the most like doubles I've rolled ever.
This is insane.
So I'm going to get 2 stars for that because it does amount to 8 for both sections. Amazing. Everyone commented though he doesn't like the cities where they are on the board because he knows where countries are on the world map. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Oh, that's fair. Wait, is it is it the World of Warcraft? Like, is it one of the World of Warcraft land areas, like Azeroth or something? I would assume that's what they would have done and not use the world. That'd be a little bit weird.
Okay, here's the tricky part. Do I put it in Wingspan. Or put it in between two.
I think I'm gonna use a coin.
To get an extra die?
I'm kind of debating it.
Okay.
Okay, it is one of the Warcraft lands with cities. Okay, cool. 11 plus is pumpkin, or it's both. You get
It's
pumpkin
both.
and heart.
Both, yeah.
Very, very good. Pumpkin and heart.
I'm gonna put it here.
Ice Ground Citadel is in the center of the map. I think that's Azra. What?
I have 2 hearts.
Okay.
If the roll dice are a pair, gain a die of that value. I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna gain a 2. To gain a pumpkin and a coin. That was good. That was smart of me. Good job. Cool. I'm getting coin. Okay. Okay, let's see what happens. 3 and 5.
That's not another double.
Okay, so my 5 is going in Wingspan. So if you check this out, I get a star for hitting that 3rd spot on that 2nd bird. And because it adds up to 12 exactly, it has to be exact, I get that bonus star from achieving that 12 Wingspan. And now...
You saw it at Target. I didn't know they made one. Because they made World of Warcraft Small World. World of Warcraft Small World.
Mhm.
But apparently it was okay. It wasn't nothing to write home about.
I'm gonna put my 3 here.
Feels like you keep it. Well, I think it's because World of Warcraft is slowing down, so they're trying to spruce up the game, bring people back into it.
So what are you doing over there?
You want to see what I did?
Yeah.
So I put a 3 here, which completed my 12 directly on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Gives me 2 stars.
Nice.
Then I put a 5 here. Why not? Just cause.
Nice.
But then I used a coin to give me a 1
Mm.
to give me my last star on the left side.
Mm.
So
I
I'm
debated
almost done
doing it.
Euphoria.
I debated doing that.
We're halfway through, almost done Euphoria.
Yeah, I really debated. I'm probably gonna regret not doing it, but we'll see.
You still have the option.
I do.
That's why it's nice. It's not too late, so
Yeah.
you might as well you can wait.
I'm just mostly holding out to see if I get double ones.
That'd be nuts if you get double ones.
Because if I get double
I'll be so
ones,
upset.
like
I'll
I'd be set.
I'll be so upset.
Okay, let's see. 5
You-
3.
We just had that.
No, we rolled 3 5. Now this time's 5 3.
Whoa! WoW Pandemic is 69 US.
Wow. Oh, that's quite a lot.
I mean, they added it's the cost of the name.
Okay, so I'm going to put a 5 here to get 2
That's
hearts.
crazy.
And I'm going to spend 2 pumpkins to change this 3 into a 4. To get my 16 Wingspan bird.
You finished your 16?
Yeah.
Nice. Apparently there's minis.
Oh.
That's kind of cool.
Okay, I can see why it's a little bit more expensive then for that.
And especially something like a Blizzard mini is always worth money.
Right.
Because people love Blizzard minis.
That's true. And you know what? I'm gonna take a coin, and I will mark 1 on Euphoria to get.
You are?
Yeah. Because I'm gonna have to do it in 2 separate turns. Like to be like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna do it. You finished 16 a while ago? Oh my
I've only
goodness.
finished my 12.
Yeah, I have nothing in 7 right now, so I'll have to get that one, but... Okay. 6 and 4. Okay. So I'm gonna put... 6 and 4. And I'm gonna use my coin to do the one in Euphoria to get the last star in Euphoria. Oh, I just realized I didn't. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. So we have 2 turns left, just in case. You know, just in case. 4 dice total. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. There are 7 mini hero miniatures, 1 Lich King miniature, 3
Lich
Abomination minis, and then 36 small ghouls.
36.
That's a lot, actually. That's a lot of minis.
That's a lot.
I'm impressed. What are you up to?
There's 2 dice left. 2 rolls left.
Well, 4 dice. 2 turns.
All right. So the problem here. I finished my 12. I need to have a 2 for the 7, which is fine, and I need to have a 4 for the 16. If I do that, I'm done in the game. But there's a 4 here. I have 3 hearts and 3 pumpkins.
Minis.
Minis. I could use 3 hearts, play the 4 again, 3 pumpkins, put the 4 here, done the 16.
Okay.
Then all I need.
Sorry, have you placed any of them yet? Just
yes.
Okay, where'd you place them?
I put a 6 here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's irrelevant.
Okay.
But if I put the 4 here, I'm done the 16. I literally need a 2 and a 1, which I can do with coins.
Okay.
So I could finish the game next turn.
Okay. And then you just place things in.
Or do I hope to get a 4 rolled?
No.
Because this is 0.6 points.
If you hope to get a 4, you're not going to get a 4.
But that's almost a full point that I'm using.
You do you?
Oh, this like
I would put the 4 down.
It's almost a whole extra point, but I think it's safe.
Yeah, it's a lot more a lot safer.
Ugh. All right.
Tricky. It's double force. Oh my goodness. But see, if you hadn't used it, it would have been like double 6s. Oh. Well, I'm gonna put my 4s in Euphoria. Which means I get 2 pumpkins and 2 hearts.
That's so not cool.
It's really funny though.
That's so not cool.
It's really funny. Okay.
I can't believe you did that.
And I'm gonna put a 4 here, which gives me 2 coins. I got 6 resources that turn. 2 pumpkins, 2 hearts, 2 coins. And
Thanks, Legends. Thanks.
it was funny though.
You made me lose an entire star because you convinced me to do that. Alright, well, while you're doing that, I'm going to go all in. I'm using 1 coin to give me a 1 here to give me a star. Then I'm using a 4. I can't do that. Then I'm using a 4 to do nothing. And then I'm gonna use a 4.
No, you can't.
I'm gonna use a 4 to give me a coin.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm debating whether I want to use some coins.
One roll left.
I need 3.
So you need a 2 and a 1.
Yeah.
So if you get one more coin, you can do it, but you need 2 turns to do it. You know?
Yeah. So I'm gonna use 2, and
no, you should use 1.
No, because I can get a coin here.
Yeah, but it's the. Do you think a 1's gonna get rolled? Do you think a 2's gonna get rolled?
Oh, like just in case?
Yeah.
I guess.
Because you don't want to use coins if you don't have to. Because
sure. Yeah, sure. Okay, so I'll place a 1. Because I didn't place 1 there this turn, so yeah. I can just put it there. Okay. Okay, let's see what happens. You ready to see what happens? Yeah.
Maybe a 2? Oh, it's a 2.
2 and a 6.
2 and a 6.
2 and a 6.
That's finishing stars for me. And a 6 is gonna go. A 6 is gonna go here for 2 persons.
Okay, so I'm gonna adjust. Oh wait, I don't need to. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a 2 here.
Use as little.
Which gives me the 2 stars.
Use as little resources as you can because they are worth points.
And I need to place a 6. So I'll place a 6 here, which gives me 2 pumpkins. And I'm going to use... do I want to? I guess not. Because theoretically I could use a star, a coin, and 3 pumpkins. But then I would only be getting... 2 pumpkins, a heart, and a coin.
What are you doing?
So I can...
You finished everything?
Yeah, I use these 2 coins. Or these 2 dice. But I can use the 1 coin and 3 pumpkins to write a second number to get equivalent number of resources. But it would fill it up and make me feel good.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm going to do it.
Yeah,
you use this.
You put your 6 in there already.
A 1, yeah. And I'm going to get a heart.
Yeah, that's not bad.
A coin and 2 pumpkins. It just makes me feel good,
it's
you know?
Complete.
Yeah. And the way Between Two Cities works is you equal to the lowest score between the 2. I have 6 on both, so I get 6 stars. If one of them had less, say for example Wingspan had 5, I would therefore get 5 in Between Two Cities. But I lucked out and actually completely filled everything. I got this as well.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Then what you do is you sum up your 3 totals from the 3 round into 1 large total.
Yeah, so I got 18, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10! 10 extra resources. So I actually got 19 points that round.
Wow. This is gonna be a close game.
This is gonna be
a very close game.
So if I calculate, here, calculator. Oops, not 135, 13.5. Okay.
Not as close as I thought it was gonna be.
Oh. Okay. What did you get? Wait, let me get my pen actually. Okay. So I have 45.8. Whoa. It was your first round. Your first round was intense.
My first and my last.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we both did well in the last one.
Yeah, but I like maxed.
And Julie, 46.6. Very nice. Good job. If anybody else was playing, let us know. But this is the score. I have 45.8. Defoop has 51.4. Julie has weight.
Uh-oh. Did she miss some points?
Maybe.
Can I use the pay X coins multiple times in the same thing?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
but you can only place one die per location.
Because I have 3 coins, so I can get more in between 2 cities.
As long as you haven't put one.
So,
if you have put one,
Yeah, if you haven't put a number in between cities, you can. If you have already put one, you can use 3 pumpkins to do it again.
But then it comes up to the same.
Yeah.
There's no way that you can get more. So
Yeah.
Generally, it won't be worth it.
46.6. You got second place.
Second place.
Yeah. You beat me. Good job. That was awesome. And if do you want to like zoom out a little bit? So these in the game, like the physical copy here. Let me bring this down quite a lot then actually. You end up with this nice grid. What did you get? I didn't see. I got 45.8. So I got 45.8. You got 51.4, and you got 46.6. You beat me out by 0.8.
Yeah, 0.8.
Like,
yeah.
Dang, 8 resources.
That's not actually plays up to 6, but if you play online, there's no limit. Flo, that is correct.
Yeah.
There is no limit because one person needs to roll the 2 dice, and yeah, as long as either you have the cards. You play with the same cards. So
yeah,
one person randomizes the order, as we did here. Everybody else plays with the same. Or if you have the print and play, as long as everybody has the print and play, unlimited players can play.
Yeah. Much more forgiving loss than your previous game. Yeah, it's great. And it's nice, like, on the paper, like on the print and play, it's just an 8.5 by 11 sheet, right?
Yeah, it's paper.
I love how colorful this one is.
Yeah.
Like, it stands out. It makes you feel
and like
good.
with the other 2.
Yeah, with the other 2, you have Pendulum and the Society for Red Rising. The cards, it looks super nice. Yeah, it would work really well for that.
So Flo, Jamie. So this is Jamie Stegmeyer's game.
Yeah.
He designed it specifically for that.
Yeah.
It's at the start of the whole
Pepperoni times.
He wanted a game that he was able to play remotely with as many friends as he wanted.
Yep.
And he designed this specifically for that, so it works great. It's a
Red
lot
Rising
of
is
lot of
awesome. I agree, John.
Red Rising is fun.
And the markers, like for this copy, the markers are really nice. It comes off super clean.
Super clean.
You got an instant new fave. I really enjoy Red Rising. I mean, we enjoy Stonemaier games, right? Like
yeah.
it's obviously not hidden how many Stonemaier games we have, you know.
All of them. We have all of them.
No, we don't have Between Two Castles.
That doesn't count. It's the same game. Actually, it's not. It's not even the same game.
My game group still wants to have some Zoom events. This would be a new one. Yeah, it's throw something new in, but it's really great. It's not a super expensive game.
It was it was reasonably priced. If you look at most roll-in rights, do some form of decent over Zoom. Like when pretty much any game that we play with chat will work on Zoom.
Yeah.
As long as one person has the copy, it works great. There is a couple like downsides. So like even cartographers, if you're playing on Zoom, one person needs to have a setup that they can share the screen.
Yeah.
They have to have like some form of camera to show the board.
Whereas this one, you just need the dice.
You need the dice. And you could even use like an online dice.
You could use online dice for sure.
Like share your screen, have an online dice. Like
Google has dice.
It's very, very easy to play this one remotely.
Yeah.
Very easy.
Yeah. It's great for that.